Brian Gerard. I'm 39 years old and I live in Louisville, Kentucky, and I am an ordained minister in the Christian church. I never expected to end up in church work. If you would have told me when I was a teenager that I would end up in the church, I might have been mad. When I left high school, I went to the United States Military Academy. My plan was to be a soldier. And I learned in that process that that wasn't who I was. It wasn't who I was supposed to be.
I'm right here. I know, I would tighten this up.
No way. My family is my wife, Carrie, and we have 2 children. Our 10-year-old son, Ethan, who is adopted. And then 4.5 years later, we call him the Do-It-Yourself Project. He's our youngest son, he's 6, so that's our immediate family. How are you doing, buddy? When we adopted Ethan, we lived in Montgomery, Alabama. Do you know Montgomery, Alabama? It's like the capital of racism, is what it feels like at times. Go over there this time, Ethan. Go over where Mom was. And when you get a bite, why don't you guys tug on it quicker? We adopted this black child, and we bring him into a church where before I had come, there were no black people. At one point, black people weren't even allowed in the church. Yeah. I was called the nigger lover at a public church meeting. He was called a little nigger baby. It was brutal. It was terrible. The first thing they saw in him was the color of his skin. By the time we'd been there 6 months, they didn't see that anymore. And now that we're gone, that church has lots of black people in it. And I think Ethan helped make a way for that. Yeah.
Brian, hello.
Anders!
So, you're a bit of a loner, are you?
Yeah, I like quiet time. It's really good for me.
It's time for you to get some more knowledge about your Swedish past.
Oh, good, good.
This is a box for you. Don't open it now.
Okay.
Just wait.
Okay.
And enjoy your trip.
I will.
Okay.
Thank you, Anders.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Opening the box and seeing the history of Brian Gerard initially was just really heartwarming. It was not just names, but stories. Carl Johan Alget Svensson was born in Anderstorp Parish, 1879. His parents were poor. Everything in the letter was expected. I mean, it seemed pretty normal until there was a paragraph which began talking about the context of the church at the time when my great-grandfather was there, leading up to his confirmation. Assistant Victor of Borgard's Church was responsible for Carl Johan Alget's confirmation. The assistant vicar was a progressive thinker. It was important to him that it was important. It was important to him that everyone should feel welcome in the church. And for that reason, there was no assigned seating or stollisling. People were free to sit wherever they wanted. In many areas of Sweden at this time, socioeconomic standing commonly dictated how close one sat to the front of the church. Perhaps it was the majestic church, along with the sympathetic assistant vicar, which were the foundation of Carl Johan Alget's later decision to become a priest. The letter described a very progressive vicar who made some astonishing changes in the life of that church, changes that I cannot imagine were welcomed by all. He really believed that the house of God was open for everyone and that no one stood above anyone else. And he welcomed all regardless of income level. And so into this church walks my great-grandfather who lives in a torp, who is working the land of a very wealthy person, and he walks into the church and he's told in the eyes of God, he's the same. And I would think as a boy who watched his parents struggle to go to the church, which is the center of community, and be told you're equal, that's what the church should be. It feels so right that I get angry when other people don't feel that way. And they turn the church into something that it isn't. And they turn the church into what it was before this vicar came along. And thank God those people weren't there when my great-grandfather came in, or I might not be experiencing what I've experienced in life today.
Oh, welcome.
Hey, thank you. Talk?
So this is Brian.
Yes.
Ingemar Nilsson. I'm vicar here in Boraryd.
Good to meet you, Vicar.
Yes, good to meet you.
Beautiful church.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think you have some memories from this church too.
Yes. Yeah, my great-grandfather was
Yeah.
Confirmed
Yeah.
here. Yeah. After meeting the vicar, he told me that he had something for me. And he took me up the steps leading to the altar, and he showed me that it was a Bible that was used in confirmation just 3 years before my great-grandfather's confirmation, and that it was a part of the church family, and it had perhaps been there when my great-grandfather was there, which is amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
If you want to, you can have this as a present, and it's a gift from me.
Are you sure?
Yes, very sure. Yes.
I will treasure it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Talk.
God bless you.
And you. And you. The church should inspire people to better things. That's my understanding of church. That's everything I've built my life around. Now I serve a church that's where we are, and we celebrate every week, and we come to communion and we invite everyone there, and it's open and no one's turned away. It doesn't matter who they are, it doesn't matter what they've done, it doesn't matter what they think, what they look like, who they love, where they worship. If they don't, if they come in, they're welcome. They're not turned away. But it's come at great cost at times. I've been called names, threatened. I've been afraid. But I knew it was right. And, when I was reading the paragraph of describing the church that inspired him, that's the paragraph that I want written about the church that I serve.